move to the open debate, and I call Ruth Maguire to be followed by Jeremy Balfour.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. And can I start by thanking Jackie Baillie for bringing this important debate to the Chamber, and also Enable Scotland for their campaign and their briefing about the campaign in safe hands. Now, all behaviour is a form of communication. For many children, particularly those with additional support for learning needs, it can be really tough to communicate how they're feeling verbally. A child's challenging or inappropriate behaviour is a sign that he or she is upset and that something's not right. Adults and children are communicating something through their behaviour during every moment in every day, even if they're not aware of it. So communicating through behaviour and actions should be expected and understood. And where it's not understood, this can present a challenging and upsetting situation for everyone. For the child trying to express themselves and express their needs, for their peers, for the teachers and staff doing their best to support the child. To keep them safe, healthy, achieving, nurtured, active, respected, responsible, and to be included, it's crucial that all schools, that mainstream schools and specialist schools, are crystal clear about how to support children and young people, how to support them to communicate how they're feeling, particularly when those feelings are difficult, how to support them to avoid feeling distressed, and where that's not possible, to have really clear guidance and protocols in place to keep the children safe and respected. And I do support Enable Scotland's asks from the campaign in safe hands. Jackie Baillie mentioned them, they probably bear repeating. Enable are asking for stronger, dedicated guidance on the use of restraint and seclusion in schools, a rollout of positive support strategies in all schools through skilled staff with a minimum standard, and that every school has at least 2 trained staff on site at all times. And the introduction of a duty of candour around restraint and seclusion for all schools. And I would support Jackie Baillie's comments that it's helpful, not only a right for parents, but that it's helpful for parents to understand how their child's school day has been, so they can have a happy home time as well. I also support that they're asked that there's a strengthening of transparency and accountability, with powers of oversight resting with the appropriate body. I think it is important to acknowledge, as Enable do in their briefing, the positive movement that has been made on the issuing of guidance. So I would add my support to Enable's asks that the further recommendations are progressed. It's really important that the guidance translates into improved practice, in practice that makes a difference to children. Presiding Officer, our Parliament will soon incorporate the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. Now, the UNCRC is clear that restraint and seclusion may violate a child's rights, including their right to be free from cruel and violate a child's rights, including their right to be free from cruel, inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment, their right to respect for bodily integrity. I said at the beginning of my remarks that all behaviour and action is a form of communication. As a Parliament, we can communicate really clearly in our actions that children in Scotland are in safe hands. So let's do what Enable ask of us and communicate clearly that children's rights to be safe, healthy, achieving, nurtured, active, respected, responsible and included are not only upheld but promoted. Thank you.